you said, he's not popular, and some people from the other side of Nigeria didn't actually want anything to do with this government. So he did reach out across, what did you call it, the table to...
I don't believe that that's true. I don't believe that there are people who he reached out to be part of his government, and the people said no, they will not be part of his government. I don't believe that in making appointments, because I'm aware of several appointments that were made, and they will propose people from different ethnic groups, and he will turn it down and say they should give it to people of the Yoruba tribe. So I don't believe, even people say that, he made effort. He made no effort to form a broad-based government. He believed it was his turn. And when I speak about a cowboy approach, that's what I meant by a cowboy approach. This is Nigeria. Nigeria is not ABC company. Nigeria is bigger than that. Nigeria is bigger than one man. So when you have that approach, you best be ready to deal with the reaction. President Buhari had 20 northern states. So when you speak about those kind of appointments he was making, we even complained, but the mass defense will be that I am sharing these appointments to 20 states. You, President Tinubu, you have just 6 states. And the Yoruba people are complaining that all the appointments are going to your Lagos people. His Yoruba people are the people even complaining. They are not happy about the appointments he has made. You don't run Nigeria that way. Someone who is progressive-minded, who is exposed, who has the kind of worldview he has, you don't come with that kind of myopic agenda and start doing Emilokon as president of Nigeria. It will never work, especially after the elections that we had. So he made a mistake with that. Then, when I think about cowboy attitude, on the day he was sworn in as president, in his handover notes, one of the first things he saw was that President Buhari did not cater for subsidy in last year's budget. That means President Buhari had removed subsidy, right? He then comes, and in his first speech to the Nigerian people out of Nigeria, he announces that he's removing subsidy. You didn't remove subsidy. President Buhari removed subsidy. Why take the bullet of a very tough decision? What I would have done is say, I have come to meet the fact that the President Buhari has removed subsidy. It's not provided for. It's one of two things. I will provide for subsidy in a supplementary budget, or if I was president of Nigeria, I would never remove subsidy. God did not make any mistake in putting the oil and gas we have in our land. God does not make mistakes. We've had issue with subsidy, and what's the issue? That a few Nigerians have abused that scheme for 2-3 decades. What should we do? Are we a banana republic? Don't we have law and order in Nigeria? Is there anybody who has been prosecuted? Is there anybody who is in jail for this purpose? No. We know these people. Why don't you go after these people? Set an example and make the scheme subsidy proof, fraud proof. Why punish over 200 million Nigerians for the actions of less than 1,000 people? How does this make sense? And guess what? You remove subsidy that goes to all Nigerians, and then you now say, oh, I will now give you student loans. I'm getting cheaper fuel, cheaper transportation, cheaper food by virtue of subsidy. You take away subsidy, all prices have gone up, and you now say you will give me a loan that I will pay back. How are you doing me any favor? It makes no sense. So he didn't consult widely. And again, when you reduce your closest advisors to people of mainly one ethnic stock, or to people who are your friends and your cronies, you are not likely to get the best of advice. In his speech, the president, in addressing subsidy, said that because of the fraud in the scheme, they had to take the tough decision to remove subsidy, and now they are bringing on CNG kits for transport and what have you. Now let me ask you a question. The CNG kits that we're bringing, millions of CNG kits, are we producing in Nigeria? Don't you need dollars to bring in CNG kits? Don't you need to spend dollars to a new technology for our cars? For any new car you bring or used cars, you don't have many used cars out there in the world that use CNG. So for any car you're bringing to Nigeria, you have to factor in cost of now converting to CNG just to deal with the problem we have here. That our government is not able to deal decisively with the issue that we are not able to fix our refineries or deal with the subsidy thieves. It makes no sense.